Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back. This is your boy and host, Ebot, coming at you with another episode of Toys in My Closet. And today we're going to take a look at a third-party property that I had been looking forward to for quite some time. Now, I had a pre-order for this for over 8 months. And I was really looking forward to it. And, because it's probably the most coolest and best looking Ninja Turtle that I've ever seen. But I was hoping that it would be in a certain scale, which ended up being a little bit not in scale. So, today we're taking a look at the Fury Toys Ancient Power Samurai Animals Spirit 1/12 scale collection, which is a.k.a. Samurai Leonardo, Leonardo. So this is the box it comes in. It's very small with a nice artwork on it that's kind of like water paint. Very simple. Turn it into the back. It has some legalese, and then what it is, the name. Nothing else much to it, to whatever's in the box. And then it comes with this custom kit, because if you order it, it has something else that comes with it that allows you to do multiple display options, right? So sit back, relax, have yourself a digital drink, and join me for this unboxing and review of the Fury Toys Ancient Power Samurai Animals Spring. And hopefully you'll like what is being offered. So let's check it out. So here we are, guys. Here is the Ancient Power Samurai Animals Spring. And I guess they call him Spring because of the fact that he has the bluish colors. Now, this here is what you call a small package with a big bang, because this figure looks absolutely incredible. The only problem is it's very, very small, or smaller than expected for a 1/12 scale. As you can see, it's Leonardo Samurai Edition, but look at all the intricacies in his helmet, with the weathering, the battle damage, the gold crest in the front, with the gunmetal silver spikes there that look also battle damaged. The top worn prickles of paint coming off on the helmet. This is a real cloth weathered scarf that goes to the front with the scarf in the front. You can see his eyes all, whited out with the weathering of the scarf on his face. Then you see his strap there on the side with the browns and the weathering to the metal plate. Strap going across with some nunchucks, or rather some ninja stars. You see all the champo leathering and weathering there with the buckles on his waist, with the little cloth goods in the front to represent, the belt. And then the scaling of the skin looks absolutely incredible, with the highlights and, blending of shades of yellow, hues of blues, the straps there in blue, the wrappings, the metal plates that go from his hand all the way to the back of his elbow, and the other side as well. Then you turn him around, you look at his shell. It looks like a real turtle shell with nice paint, lining, weathering. The straps coming across in the back as well with some holes there. The crotch area, which would be the belly of the turtle, you see is all yellowy with airbrushed of blues and greens. In the leg area, the thighs, the inner thighs, you see, and then in his knee pads with the silver buckles, the actual shin guard plates for his feet with the blue strap wrappings around it. Even to his toes, you see how nicely detailed and painted they are on both sides, and even the bottom of his feet. Absolutely incredible. And then he has this little tail there, turtle tail. And he looks absolutely stunning. And this is why I really was excited for this figure, which I still like it very much so. I just kind of wish it was a little bit bigger, even though turtles are predominantly small, so I think I could still fit it in with my 6-inch scale and just look at it for what it is. It's a turtle and it's smaller. So now we're going to take a look at the accessories that he comes with. Now, this is from a third party, keep in mind, and the figure was $50, although I only paid $13 because I had points from that site. So there you go. Here are his, I believe these are kunais. Nicely painted, as you see there. On the handle with the silver metal tips. It comes with 2 of those. Then he brings the sickles. I believe they're called sickles. Really nicely painted. That gunmetal silver, as you see. Really detailed with the brown handle, looking all wood, with the straps there as well, beige, and then it has the circle in the bottom so that you can put this chain on it with the weight belt dumbbell in the end. And this is a real chain and like a goldish looking color. I did one of them already and attached it to it so you can see what it looks like there, like so. The only problem once you have it on, his fists that he comes with are not open hands, as you can see. So you have to kind of push in that dumbbell weight in the bottom with like a piece of fork or something, run it down, and you can put that in his hand. So it's a little, the nuisance of it is a little bit, annoying, but nevertheless, it's not a deal breaker, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Then he has this beautiful little kit that he comes with, and this is so you can display him as traditional Leonardo. And this is, I guess, the way they got away with it without having to get sued. And you see, these are his swords, his open hands, and then another head portrait, which looks really small in comparison to that one because it doesn't have a helmet. But look how cool it actually looks. And then these swords do have the ability to come out. They are real swords, so I'm going to show you real quick. They pull out. See? They look like the shape of Leonardo's. And look how nice with the weathering straps on the hilt where they go in, and on the actual handle of the sword as well. All those nice details on there. And it comes with the picture, you peg it on the back. So with the kit it came with, you can transform him into regular Leonardo, which we'll do a little bit later in the review. But again, those are the accessories come with, so it's a fairly nice amount. I think it's worth the money, but it's just something that's very small in scale, and a lot of you may not be happy with that, I guess. So it all depends on your taste. But let's do a little bit of switching and put some of the accessories so you see what he looks like with the accessories on him. So before we take a look at him and his accessories, let's take a look at his articulation. So his head moves left and right, like so. The head does look down this much and doesn't look up too much because of the restraint on the helmet. As far as the hands go, they do have the ability to move up and down. I don't know if they can go 180 degrees, yes. The shoulder goes up that much. And he has the elbow swivel and an elbow joint that goes up and bends more than 90. And he has the little hands that are in a ball peg and then kind of go up and down, left and right, and swivel. Then on the torso area, he has a nice cup where you can move it left and right. It goes slightly forward and backwards, and even tilt it left and right. You know, it has a nice range amount of movement, more than most Ninja Turtle figures in the market that we know, and how they articulate. Then in the thigh, he has a little bit of a thigh swivel, a little bit. It goes up that much, you can stretch it out or bring it up. And he has the single bend on, well, it's actually a double, right? That's a double on the knee. It looks like a single. And then he has the rockers and for the foot to go back a little bit and forward a little bit, just a little bit. So as far as articulation, it's not the best, but it's not bad. And you know, you can move around and do some cool poses, I believe, or nice dynamic poses if you mess with it enough and if you're patient enough, right? So moving right along. So here we are. Here is the animal spirit or samurai animals spring with his weapons that he came with, and you can rotate the chain. You can rotate the chain. Sorry about that. You can rotate the chain. You can rotate the chain to fit it on any of the provided weapon, whether it's the sickle or this little kunai. You see, he has a chain, and it looks really, really cool. You know, this looks so intricate and professionally done because of the paint job and the way the weapons look, which looks really, really awesome, to say the least. Like, he really stands out and looks incredible. So now let's swap him out and let's see what he looks like with his secondary options of hands and display. And here we have him with his alternate look, which this would be my preferred way. And you see that he looks really cool, but at the same time, like, his head looks a little bit small. It's got more of an anime proportion with the smaller heads. So it might be a little off-putting to some of you out there. You see him with the sword, with the sheaths in the back, one of his displayed hands, and he looks really cool. Don't get me wrong, he looks absolutely amazing. But again, the fact that it's a lot smaller as far as the proportions, people would not really probably like it. But you know, it doesn't look bad. Like I said, it doesn't look bad. It's just in hand, you can tell how small he really is. And it might be a turn off for some. But let's do some comparisons so you can see what it looks like next to other scales, so you can kind of get an idea how small he really is. So here you are. Here he is next to the Nickelodeon Playmates release of Leonardo from one of the cartoons, the earlier ones or one of the latest ones that came out. You can see it's the same scale. It's one of my favorites because I like the whited eyes and stuff. But even though they're smaller, the head, you see how it should be a bigger proportion. I think if it had a bigger head for the Fury Toys version, people would probably not be as apprehensive maybe or complain about it. But I think it's cool. I get it. They're going for an anime style, so this is what he would scale like next to it. So let me show you some more stuff really fast. And here he is next to the DC, I believe it was DC Direct, GameStop exclusive Leonardo from the Batman versus Ninja Turtles movie. This is the Leonardo from that set from Mattel, and you can see the size difference there, for example. And then let's bring in the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Blue Ranger Leonardo, and that should give you an idea also of the scales, scale differences. You see that I whited out the ones on mine because that's how I like the look of Leonardo and all the turtles. So you see the disparity. Now you can maybe compare it to some other what you call it, third party, not third party, other stuff like official Japanese stuff from toy lines like Figma and maybe Revoltech, which I don't have the Revoltech turtles, but I'm do some other comparisons so you can see. Here is next to my Mega Man Zero figure. I forgot what was the name of the company, but fully articulated, and you can see that he's even smaller, if you can believe that, than Leonardo here from Fury Toys. And again, here he is next to something like the Kamen Riders, Red Kamen Rider from actual Figma, which they tend to run small, and you see what he looks like next to him in the 1/6 scale too, or the 1/12 scale. As you can see, but they look pretty cool next to each other. So if we bring in an actual proper, 6-inch scale figure, like I don't know, like Sergeant Slaughter, right? From Valaverse. Then you can see here the disparity of how, I'll give you an idea of how the size difference really is. You can see that he's really, really small. So I think it all is going to depend on your display and you would choose, because I think this will still work. Because again, turtles are supposed to be smaller, and it really doesn't bother me. So it all depends. I mean, you can also put them side by side to a Master of the Universe figure, so you can see, like Hero, which we all know this is in the 70 scales. So I'll give you one more idea in size. And here is Hero next to him. And again, you can see the difference in size. It's pretty apparent, so to speak. So guys, I'm going to give you my final thoughts now and what I think of the Samurai Animal Spring from Fury Toys. So, at the end of the day, what do I feel and think about the Fury Toys, Samurai Animals Spring, which is a.k.a. Leonardo from the Leonardo Ninja Turtle. Honestly, I think this figure is very cool. Being that I have the size, him in my hand, and the size disparity that he has, I don't know if I can recommend it to just anybody, because again, at the end of the day, this was a $50 figure with $4 of shipping, which is not too bad, but still kind of high in value. Now, does it come with a bunch of stuff? Yes. Does it look absolutely incredible? Yes. Does it have great paint job? Yes. Does it have great display options? Yes. The only real shortcoming that I can honestly say is the mechanism with the chains being connected to the weapons. You basically have to clamp them off and clamp them on, because the hands are not open fists. And so, because of that, you can't fit them in comfortably. That's the only thing where I feel they really missed the mark. And for the civilian, regular, normal head, maybe it could have been a little bit bigger, instead of having this Japanese anime style to it. Now, they're making all of the other turtles, and they already said they're doing them all in different scales to match the way they're supposed to be in from cartoons to comics and things like that. So I'm pretty sure Raphael will be bigger than him, but I don't know how much the difference will be for Donatello, which I think he's the next one, and he looks also incredible. And then Michelangelo, which I think is supposed to be the smallest of the bunch. I don't know how small he's going to be if this one's already as small as it is, so it's still a wait and see, but just to give you guys an idea. I do recommend them if you love Ninja Turtles. For sure, you'll be happy. But it's just going to be something that it all depends on what you feel is the value for your buck. I can't really tell you, yeah, it's worth it to you, because even for me having it in hand, I kind of feel like it was a little bit pricey, even though, again, I only paid $13 because I had a bunch of points from 5K Toys that covered the rest of the cost for the figure. So let's see what happens. It is a good figure though. I can't lie. So I will say that I can recommend it in the sense that it's a good figure. It's just a scaling issue. Might be a hit or miss for a lot of collectors. So guys, let me know what you think of this Fury Toy Samurai Animal Spring, a.k.a. Leonardo, from the Ninja Turtles. If you like it, if you don't like it, or if you plan on getting them, if you did get them, or if you didn't know about it, or if you plan to get them now that you see them here in my review, or if you don't want them at all, if you think it's garbage, give me a thumbs up if you like, give me the thumbs down if you didn't like it. Share this video with someone you think might like it, and for all of you that continue to give me support, thank you so much for your continued support, because without you, my channel would be nothing and would not be sustained. If you're new to the channel and you like what I do, hey, welcome and thank you for stopping by. if you took the time out to look at my stuff, it really means the world to me. And if you actually subscribe, thank you all so much, because without you, I can't grow. So I consider you now part of my family, because I know you didn't have to. As always, guys, you can find me in all social media platforms like Twitter or even Instagram. It's all down in the description below. And you can also, if you want to help me out in any way, shape, or form, there's a way you can do that. If you want to help my channel grow or help me do more of these type of reviews for different premium products or third-party stuff that's a little bit harder to obtain, you can do it with my PayPal and Patreon information, which is down in the description below. But remember, it's only if you want to or if you can. It's not mandatory. Only if you want to, from the kindness of your heart. And if you guys want me to highlight something or review something that you want me to highlight here in the channel, by making a donation, I'll be more than glad and more than honored to do so. Just hit me up on those social media outlets on DM, and we'll work out the particulars. Alright, guys, this has been the review for the Fury Toys Samurai Animal Spring figure. I'm your host, Hebot, signing off with another episode of Toys in My Closet. I hope you enjoyed it and have fun collecting. But remember, we're still in trying times, so do it being considerate to others. Until the next one, guys, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.